Hey, well, hello guys. My name is Mark, and today I'm gonna talk to you guys about the rosary. I don't know, maybe any of you guys have used the rosary before. Love something like this. They're originally made out of wood and string, so nowadays they're made out of different fabrics or materials. You guys maybe see plastic ones made out of different colors, but the traditional ones are made like this from wood, and they're made out of 50 beads. They're made out of 50 bead size, all made out of wooden. They're actually built so you can pray. So as you go along, you can just count them like that, so you don't have to worry about the number of prayers as you go along. So I've actually used this throughout my whole life, because I've been brought up in a religious family, so it really helps out. And I've always used it throughout prayer, going to church, stuff like that. Using a rosary is a really effective method to worship God or the Virgin Mary or whatever you guys believe in, mainly for Catholic Christian religion. Today I'm going to talk about how helpful it is to use a rosary and stuff like that. Well, originally it was made from the Jewish, so I mean it comes in something like this. Some people like to wear it over the top, but originally it's built, like I said, to count as you go along. And it's 50 beads because originally you're supposed to pray 50 Hail Marys or whatever it may be, let's say after confession. So then you would just count 150, but so you don't have to keep track. You could always just go along, and then you could really focus more on your prayer rather than having to keep track of the number and stuff like that on where you're at. Also, it represents to me more as faith because throughout my whole life, it's reminded me of my roots. My family always use them as we go along. Through good, through bad times. Church religion is something that's always around. And like I said, I was brought up in a really religious family. So with me, it's always been around, and it's really helped me keep faith and to never give up, regardless of how far or how difficult things may be. The way that I identify it, it's mainly like that. And then, like I said, I come from a religious home. You know, through good, through bad times. Just reminds me mainly of my roots, though. My parents, unfortunately, they had to leave because I'm from Honduras, so they had to leave from Honduras to come over here to the U.S. for a better life. So, they had lots of obstacles they had to face. However, they managed to keep faith through it all. With this, church, they had lots of obstacles. They were judged and stuff like that. So mainly this just kept focus on them. And, it just reminded them to never give up regardless how things may be. Always going, counting the church, which, really got me involved and, taught me the ways of them. So we're I was able to get my first communion, then I got my confirmation, and it's something very important to me. It just reminds me of everything that my parents have been through, and it just keeps me motivated to keep on going more, to not give up the same way that my parents didn't give up, regardless of how hard things got for them. So it's really cool, and then lots of people nowadays they like to use it as fashion, different things like that. But it's not a problem. Lots of people like to embrace it as fashion, other people more for religion. Although it's been around for a long time, they have modified it. Nowadays, some of them might be a little bit longer, or just to fit whatever, like modeling and stuff like that. But the meaning still remains the same regardless of whatever happens. And also, to me, it's really important not only because of that, but it just reminds me of everything and to never change and be the same and stay humble, regardless of what happens. Today I look at the world from this perspective as a college student, maybe in the future as an engineer, whatever it may be. Just stay humble and never change, just like this. And in conclusion, we've learned mainly how it's evolved over time and how it's really important to the church to me. And really made a big impact in my life just because it reminds me of my roots and it always keeps me focused, always hungry, and to never give up on my ambitions. That's why I encourage you guys to, stay close to your roots. Don't forget where you guys came from, and always have something to refer upon the same way I refer to this. So I would just recommend you to try something like this or whatever you guys